Planning is better than scrambling. That's what I always say. Hi, I'm Chuck Vosberg from Next Home Gulf to Bay, and my wife Pat and I specialize in people who are downsizing. So in this video, I'd like to talk with you about planning your move. This is something that with our clients, we always start from day one and start with a plan because moving always takes a lot longer than you think it will, and it's always a lot more work than you think it's going to be. So since we've been through this a million times, we're going to help you step by step. And in this video, I want to give you some tips on planning your move. Now, you should start moving as soon as you decide you're going to move. And the first step is getting rid of all that stuff you don't need anymore. Stuff just accumulates over time. I don't care who you are, stuff just accumulates, and you don't need to take every little box of screws with you and all your little knickknacks to your next home. It's a good time to kind of purge all that old stuff and get rid of the stuff you don't need anymore. And so that's step number one. Declutter. Get rid of all that stuff. Make some decisions on what you really need at your next place. Because what we see a lot of times is people will move a whole bunch of stuff to their next place and have a giant garage sale at their next place after they paid to move all the stuff. And we want to switch it around the other way. So you have the big old garage sale very early on as you're getting your move ready. And one thing we do is we bring up a bunch of these boxes, and we'll give you a whole bunch of boxes and bubble wrap and moving supplies and tape and all the stuff you need to kind of help you get started on it. And we help you with a plan. We're going to help you step by step as you go through it. So step number one, of course, is decluttering. Step number two is deciding which furniture you don't really need anymore. And I'll give you a tip. Sometimes buying new furniture is cheaper than moving the furniture you've got. Hey, some of that stuff's probably getting kind of old anyway, right? So make some decisions. Get rid of as much stuff as you can. Believe me, moving is never, ever easy. So we want to get rid of as much stuff as we can. And there's a timeline to this. So you want to make sure that you've got everything that is not vital for you living day to day packed at least a week or two before you're going to move. And because the reason is it's going to take longer than you think. So we need to stay on a schedule. Because last thing we want to do is have closing day and you're still scrambling around trying to load stuff up. That's not the way to do it. And when closing day happens, you have to be out. There's no getting around it. You need to be out. And if you're thinking, oh, well, I'll just do a lease back or something like that, we don't recommend doing that. It's better to have a plan, work your plan, and be out when it's time. Now, as far as it coming to the actual work itself, unless you're under 40 years old, do not plan on moving that stuff yourself. It's too hard. And having pizza and beer and stuff and have your friends come over, your friends are going to be busy that day, I can assure you. So hire some movers. If you live here in the area where we are, we can hook you up with some movers that'll do a real nice job for you. And it's better to hire people. It's a lot cheaper than a trip to the emergency room. You may wonder how I know. So anyway, unless you're under 40, don't move the stuff yourself. Start the day you decide to start moving. That's when you start packing. If you're a client of ours, we're going to give you all the supplies you need to get started. And as you work through it, we're going to help you step by step and help make sure you're still on track. Because the last thing we want to have happen is that I have to help you move a bunch of boxes because I'm over 40. So anyway, I hope this video helped you out a little bit. And if you have any questions or if you want to talk about this in more detail, just let me know. We'll tell you anything you want to know. No strings attached. We put humans over houses. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and have a good day. Bye-bye.